Hey, fellow golfers, to accompany the recent clip on 10 hints, I'm going to give you, this time, 10 key points for your game. I hope you liked the other recent clip of top 10s for seniors. Let me know which ones you found useful. I could always do some more. Indeed, there's at least 50 more drills to come, at least 30 more tips to come, some quote fixes to come, some more reviews of key tools and aids. So do subscribe, keep in touch when these are being released. They're coming fast and sharp. This clip will focus on 10 keys for your game. And I'll break it down into the backswing, the transition, and the follow through. Let me start though with the grip and your setup, because it all starts at the setup and many things go wrong at the setup. So the first tip is your grip itself. And I found a technique that I've seen recently and been doing now all the time on the tee box, as well as with my irons and wedges, just double checking my grip. And that's as simple as this. You stand in your position, or even with your feet together, take your club and take it all the way back and let it settle on your fingers, all the way back. Let it settle on your fingers. Put your thumb in the right position. Then your second hand comes and joins. Make sure your face is square to the target and get your posture right, and you've got your as a neutral grip. The second piece in your setup, and that is your alignment of your shoulders with your knees and your feet, except where you vary slightly for the seniors as per my last clip, where you pull the back foot back a little and flare it. Otherwise, align all parts of your body and your posture with the target. One quick way to check it is have a look at a pane of glass or a wall. Am I aligned? My shoulders, my knees, and my feet perpendicular to the wall. If so, I've got my right alignment and setup position. So the combination of the grip and the alignment of the different parts of your body with the target line gives you the correct set. So the key part of the backswing is your initial takeaway and your wrist position. As you go back, your wrist is, think of your palm of your wrist facing out. Think of shaking somebody's hand. Think of shaking somebody's hand. As you go back out, your hand coming to there. So you're not going straight along the line and you're not turning all the way. As you go back, low, you shake somebody's hand. So wrist position and your hand position are key in your initial takeaway, particularly at this parallel point. And as you cock, your wrist, your thumbs are facing up. So think of that as the key initial wrist position. You'll come to the downswing wrist position in a moment. Not to raise your head and to sway too much. And one quick check for that is as you go back and you turn your hips and your shoulders, only go as far as you can before you feel you have to raise your head. If you're having to raise your head, then you're going too far back for your current situation and your current flexibility. Keep that head reasonably over the ball. Remember the key to turn your head slightly so that your right eye my case, being left-handed, is still looking at the ball. So you can turn your head, but you're not raising your head and you're not swaying. So go as far as you can without raising your head and sway. As you go back to the top, you want to begin your weight transfer to your lead foot, so that as you come through, all your weight is on your lead foot and your back foot is raised. The key aspect is your wrist. And we're talking again about the top of the backswing. So here, your right wrist, or your lead wrist, right in my case, I'm left-handed, will be flattening out. My back, wrist, palm, and wrist similarly. So you're going up and then flat down. Once you reach that top position and you've got the weight transfer, your wrist, the back wrist, begins to flatten. And your knuckles are facing your elbow of that hand. So think of the knuckles facing the elbow. So that gives you that shallow swing path to come down and through. I know the way to think about it, and you've seen it in one of my tips, depending on which works best for you. If you can't think of this being flattened, think of this rolling over, the lead wrist rolling over. So you went in the backswing straight up, and then as you come down, the lead wrist is turning over, your back wrist is flattening out, and knuckles facing your elbow, or knuckles in line with your elbow, and your knuckles are in line with your elbow. Absolutely critical key on the downswing is a recentering. There's some very good evidence shows what pros do. As they get up onto their backswing, they move slightly off center to the back. And then as they reach that top and move their way back on the front, they recenter. They recenter their position, covering the ball. So they don't stay back in that slightly off center position, in which case you risk hitting it flat. And they don't sway too much forward, in which case you risk topping it and not hitting clean. So you go back, shift weight, transfer, recenter. And as you recenter, let the club stay behind. So you're going up, you're recentering, let the club stay behind. So don't stop bringing your club down with your arms. You recenter, let this club stay behind. As your hips turn into the ball, covering the ball, let the club weight automatically come down and you release. So let the club stay behind. And the more you allow the club to stay behind, the more lag you've got. It's almost like let it fall. Remember, your wrist is flat here, the back wrist is flat. Let that weight sit there. And then as you recenter, then come down with that key aspect that goes with that. Just keep your elbows tucked in. So that will also help you with that, leaning that club back. This elbow, your back elbow is tucked in. So the back elbow is tucked in, you're feeling connected to the body, and you can come through. On the transition and initial downswing is feel connected. And that's really about two things. It's about feeling your arms are connected to your body. So as you come down, this part of your arm, your front arm, is really connected to your body. So don't splay it out. Don't bend your shoulders. Don't bend your arms like this. So really keep the arms connected to your body on the follow through. And the impact point as well as the 45-degree point as you do your extension. So as you hit the ball, you want to have your wrist and your elbow facing the target line. So it sort of comes together with that initial setup of being square. So if you're square, properly square, you make sure of that extension before you then, of course, turn before it goes. So at the 45-degree point, of course, your face is closing in, and that's all about that draw. So your shadow swing, and then it turns. Yeah. So wrist and elbow facing the target at impact, at the impact point. After the impact point, you're turning. I hope you found these top 10 keys really helpful to really capture into your mind, get into your muscle memory. Quick checkpoints for you, quick things to practice even while you're warming up. So to just go through that routine of the setup and a couple of points, the backswing and a couple of points, top the backswing in transition, and the wrist movement very slightly, flattening out from the position where you're shaking hands on the way back. And then your transition, keep staying connected, keeping that elbow in, recentering, and following through with your wrist, your lead wrist, and your lead elbow facing the target